Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be going over a quick little trick where you can increase or decrease the length of your music for your films.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my head.
So one of the biggest questions that arises when we have a music choice is the length of that music or that song. So for my case here, I had a song that was well about I would say 2 to 3 minutes, and at the same time my video I was intending to make it about 30 to 40 seconds. So the music choice wasn't really working with me, and typically what a person would do here is either they would fade out the ending of that whole song at 40 seconds, or find a little sequence they can use and just cut it out there. That's what I used to do for the most part, and after I learned this little trick, I'm able to cut down on that music choice as much as I want. So the benefit of doing this over traditional fading in and fading out at different positions is that you basically get your intro and the outro of that same song. So a lot of the times they'll have a really good rising or upbeat to it where they'll drop the bass at a certain point, and you kind of want that. And the beginning, sometimes the intro of the song is what actually makes that song great, and with choosing only 30 seconds or so of a song and just fading out sometimes really leaves out those key moments. So to emphasize on that, at least now we're going to go to Adobe Audition, and then we're gonna go in and make sure that how we can shrink down or enlarge our music just the way we want. So for this tutorial we will need the Adobe Creative Cloud suite. To be specific, we only need Adobe Audition and Adobe Premiere Pro. Those are the softwares I'll be using. So the first thing we'll begin with is opening Adobe Audition. I have the 2019 version. I actually use Adobe Creative Cloud, so everything kind of gets updated every single time. I love it. This way I can stay updated and make sure that every single bug within Adobe Audition is actually cleared throughout them. So then I'll open up my music choice and I'll just drag it inside the multi-track session that I'm going to create here. So from there on, the next step to do is go to clip, and then we will hit remix and enable remix. So this basically allows the computer and the whole software to kind of analyze the whole thing and where the beats are and everything. So from here on, as simple as possible, we'll just drag this little squiggly line between the timeline of the whole track, and we'll just decide how long we want this whole track to be. So for example, I just want this to be about 40 seconds. I'll drag it to 40 seconds and real quick it will go from there. So just to show you guys how the song was before,
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a
I'll just skip through. So as you can see, it has that little rising spot, and I really wanted that, but at the same time I also wanted the rest of it. And that's where kind of things get sketchy and really not useful when you're fading out certain points of a song. And here, as you can see, we have a whole song for about over 3 minutes, and when we try to decrease that song to let's say 30 seconds with just using fade ins and fade outs, we won't be having that rise and we won't be having that bass drop. So because of that, and we won't be having that beat drop, so it kind of takes that whole song energy and just brings it down by a whole couple levels. So I just wanted to keep the energy level there while keeping just a song, just concise. So in short words, what this whole software will do, it'll take the first intro line and then it'll take the conclusion line, put them together as though they are one single line. And this will make sure that, you know, there's no little lags in the between or there's no fades. It just works really well, and it just picks up two different beats from the whole song and puts them, slams them together as though it was a continuous beat. And then, so as you can see, I'll cut it down to 40 seconds. And we'll play it here. And you'll also see those squiggly lines come through, and that's kind of your indication of where they've basically put things together, where they kind of pasted the other side together. So here, if I play it, as you can see, it basically took another little section out of it, but it's still using that thing where it would pick up to that level. And then it will take the whole segment all the way to the end. It'll basically use that last segment of the song, and then the outro will go from there, and it will just end up. And you can use this trick to basically edit any of your audio files, and then from there on, we will actually import it to a Premiere project. I've actually done this before, so I'll just show you guys how I did it before. So you'll just go to File, then you go to Export, and then you can export to Adobe Premiere Pro. And then from there on, you can name it something. I have it named as Shorten. Can name it anything, to be honest. And then just make sure that you send it. You click on the Open in Adobe Premiere Pro, and you have your project sequence open. Click on Export, and it'll actually open up the song that you have on the bottom of this new layer. And as you can see, I already had it up here. And then I just put it on the bottom of the whole thing. I think this is also great for YouTubers where, you know, like I'm talking right now and I would want a background music, and I can just have that little thing span out to, let's say, 7 or 8 minutes, and just not have to worry about fading in and fading out different music at different times. So quick little trick here, you know, just saves a lot of time in future. So if you guys like this tutorial, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you guys are into these kind of tutorials, let me know and I'll start making more of these tutorials. Just teaching you guys here and there more about how I do things and how I get my own stuff done. Yeah, that's about it for today. I'll see you guys next time.